Hello, my dear ones. It's Lynne here, if we haven't met yet, and welcome to my little woodland life. Today, we're gonna go on an adventure, and I wanna show you 5 ways that I bring slow living and nature into my winter weekend. It is so therapeutic and nourishing. Slow living is a form of intentional living, and if you've been around my channel before, you know that the woodland calls to me. I mean, like deep soul calling. And the bounty of the forest shapes my slow living life. The woodland. She is alive and full of life-giving energy. Living slowly for me is effortless when I leave my home behind and settle into nature's rhythm for a while, no matter the season. So if you dare, come with me on this courageous and adventurous moment in my weekend, and I will show you the wild woods. For this adventure, you will need the following items: a hot water bottle, a thermos filled with hot water, and do put honey inside if you would like. Scissors for harvesting if you want to take those with you, a spoon, lightweight mug, a journal, and also maybe a to-do list or a blank with some blank pieces of paper, a stone or some kind of gift to give to the forest, and it's actually going to be either a centerpiece or a part of the mandala that we build today, and you're going to leave it behind. Your phone or a plant ID book. Actually, I am going to link above my video that I just put out recently on how to connect with plants. There's a whole bunch of information in there specifically about the app I use. So each activity has an inspiration behind that, and I'm gonna actually put that in the title for you. Welcome to our wild woods. My first offering is number 1. Be creative and make a mandala. This is the best winter I've ever had, the most connected I've ever felt to the forest, and it's slow living. It's given me this gift and perspective. So I'm using this mandala as a way to express that to her, to the forest, to the woodland, and to say thank you. So for number 2, I love to be free and sing and howl. She is calling me, oh woodland spirit. You know, sometimes I just I come up with these little songs, and I feel like there is this something speaking to me, and often I think of these songs while I'm walking in the woods or out in the world. You know, I definitely think that's why I'm more of a hedge witch than like a true green witch. There are parts of me that really feel like I connect to being a green witch. I'm an herbalist. I work at home a lot. I work with food. It just really, and the garden, it of course, all of these things are very green witch, but I feel like there's an element of me that's always been hedge, and I think it's because of my connection to this like other world, you know, intuitive knowledge that comes forth without me like asking for it. Feels very much like I'm communicating to the other side. Number 3, be curious and learn about the woodland plants around you. Calling me, oh, she is calling me, the woodland spirit from the trees. She's saying, oh, say unto me, come stay a while, grow a life that's free, oh woodland woman. The gifts I give selflessly, and they build harmony, oh woodland woman. Number 4, be independent. Harvest and make tea. In this case, spruce. I found a little bit of I'm actually going to use my plant ID book to discover what this is, because this, I literally watched it fall from the tree. Like, I would love to not chop anything off the tree to make my tea, if possible. I have my scissors in case, my harvesting scissors. Tastes like the forest. Oh my gosh. I had put my honey in here already. I can taste the spruce. And I also put a little bit of rose petals in there with it so that it had like dual flavor. It's so good. Cheers. Number 5. Be a dreamer, manifest and write. I write a good amount, and I am genuinely pursuing deepening my herbal knowledge. Through the next couple of years, basically I am deepening and leveling up my connections and understanding to the plant realm. And while I'm doing that, I notice that I forget to dream and just write for me. So the woods gets so quiet and I remember me again. So here is where I write and write and write. I really want to read this to you. Sometimes I write and things come out and it's just great. And sometimes that doesn't happen. But this time I feel really connected to what I wrote and I want to share it with you. Like, I hope you can hear it over the river. And I will just comment here. The river is gorgeous and beautiful and magical and not what I typically am doing. I'm usually like not near water, but today I'm just blessed by this moment of being near water. So I knew I wanted to really connect deeply, and water really just opens things. So like the ocean, the rivers, like anything natural, springs. Yeah. So I have this poem to share, Toward the Spring. And I know many of my YouTuber friends and many of you are already in the spring, or even some of you are in the summer. And for me, I'm in the winter. So this is what I'm experiencing. No matter the cross of seasons, you know how like each season has its process. Like, it's just like when the winter just starts, you feel it. It's like, okay, it's beginning. And then there's a middle part where you're really like grounded in the season. And then there's this in-between part where it's like you're seeing some signs of the season changing and moving toward end. And then there is an end and a new beginning of the next season. You know, no matter what season you're in, you are going to, at some point, be going into the in-between season. And that's really toward the end of a season. And the beginning of the season, it's on its way, but it's not quite here. And that happens 4 times a year. So this is what this poem is about, and because I'm moving toward the spring, I used that season, but it really literally could be any season. And I feel like this is what we all feel when we're moving toward a new season. There is this vulnerability that comes. Anyway, let me read it to you. Toward the spring. I feel so open to move towards spring, noticing each change, but holding on to the knowing it's still winter. And there is still this time to focus in, to be present, to move slowly through and to savor. There is no rush toward the horizon, toward the spring. I trust in the process. I accept this and I respect it. In vulnerability, I open to the gifts, still ever present, as we transition together, the woodland and I. And that is pretty much a typical winter day with me here in the woodland. Thanks again for sharing it with me, and I'm just so excited to hear about your adventures too. Till next time, my dears, come find me again. Calling me, oh, she is calling me. In the woods, woodland spirit. Follow me, oh, follow me into the woods.